Hey guys, Rudrake here, and welcome to Rudrake Tries Sakura Dungeon. Yes, I'm very aware of the Busty anime girls being a very good source of clickbait, but this is also a JRPG, so it's two of my favorite things. It's got JRPG elements, and do I really have to tell you more? Let's start a game and find out what it's about. Huh? Is this long dream finally over? What happened to me? How much time has passed? I cannot say for sure, but I can tell that I have not been awake for a very long time. That's right. I'm beginning to remember now. A loud yawn escapes from my lips as I look at my surroundings. I rub the sleep away from my eyes, my blurred vision slowly focusing. That was a good nap! It's then that I notice someone else standing in the room. You! Monster! A woman clad in silver armor is pointing a sword at me. She's kind of rude considering that I've just woken up. I challenge you! I can't help but ignore her for a moment. Looking behind me, I see a shrine with a crystal in its center. Tapping the strange crystal, I feel my finger go numb. Tell me, what did you do inside this room? Eh? I solved the puzzle and you emerged from the mist which came out of it. So it seems like I was sealed in a puzzle. I have no idea how this puzzle works, but this woman was capable of figuring it out. But enough of that. I know not what you are, but I will defeat you. Oh, so you're an adventurer. I look her up and down. Oh, it just occurred to me that I'm the, I am the red-haired girl with fox ears. Oh, and the tail. Oh, dear. I just realized that. I look her up and down. She does look like the type. You can obviously tell that she's trained hard. Every single one of her movements are precise and efficient. Know my name, Fox. I am Sari, the Adventuring Knight. If you're an adventurer, you'd be up to date on current events, right? I don't understand why you're asking that, but yes. Tell me, adventurer, when did the domain of Queen Isis disappear into the dunes? She looks at me, dumbfounded. Eh? What a bizarre question. That was during mythical times, hundreds if not thousands of years. Oh. So it's been a while then. Several hundred years. Wonder what has changed while I've been asleep. Do you not even care that I am here? Stop insulting me. She brings her blade down in an arcing slice. I step to the side, avoiding it completely. She looks at where I was standing. How? So fast. Oh, it seems my power is missing. I can feel the magic pulsing through the room around me. My magic has been siphoned while I was asleep. That is not good. It seems that I'm going to have a lot of questions to ask when I get back to town, presuming it's still there. I still have enough power to defend myself against this adventurer, however. Grabbing the hilt of her sword with both hands, she swings at me again. Could you please stop that? Again and again, she keeps swinging. She's fast, very fast. For a human, at least. However, she isn't able to keep up with me. No, you can't be this fast. Why not? You just can't be. She's quivering anxiously now. Damn it. Dang it. Ignoring me for a moment, she looks behind herself. No, I can't run away. She steels herself. Face me, monster! She charges at me, brandishing her sword carelessly. I've had enough of this. In my hand, a swirling orb of water forms. Launching from my hands, the orb hits the adventurer in the chest. The force of it sends her flying back across the room. Her armor shatters into pieces. I slowly walk over, looking down as she lays on the ground. She tries to stand back up, but is unable to muster the strength to do so. But she doesn't look afraid. In fact, she's looking me dead in the eye. So. Oh. Holy cow, I just realized it does actually show the armor torn. This is it then. I knew this day was going to come eventually. Despite her obvious pain, she forces a smile. Well, you are my last opponent. Could I get a last request? I think you misunderstand my intentions. Even though this woman is hostile, I have no intention of ending her life. From my lips, ancient words pour. Mana envelops the room, slowly circling on the fallen night. Wait, what are you doing? Eventually, I finish the spell and my mana dissipates. Come on, get up. What? Don't be... Her body responds and then stands upright. Uh-oh. What? My body did that on its own. What did you do to me? Sorry, I had to test that the spell worked correctly. What spell? What did you do? It is a binding spell, a magical contract between you and I. From this day forward, you are my subordinate and I am your master. You may call me Yomi. I used the last of my power on this spell, so I'm going to be relying on you, Sari. I'm your what? Release me from the spell immediately. Sorry, but I can't release the spell right now. First of all, we need to get you somewhere safe. Let's see if I still have it. Checking one of my pockets, I can't help but smile when I see it. Here it is. I firmly grabbed the knight by her arm. What are you doing? Please just tell me what's going on. 3, 2, 1. The warp stone inside my robe begins to resonate. One moment we are standing in that room. The next we're standing in my hometown. Where are we? Somewhere safe. This is the town I passed through earlier. Why here, of all places? Oh, good to know that the illusion spell is still working then. What's even better is that this town is still standing. Illusion spell? I don't understand. What do you mean by... She just slumps her shoulders in defeat. Well, it's somewhere safe. But what does this town mean to you, Fox? There's humans here, so wouldn't this place be unsafe for you? Not at all. I founded this town myself. We needed to disguise the dungeon's entrance, so this was our solution. Dungeon's entrance? Wait, are you telling me that you're... the Dungeon Lord? I was, at least. But I'm guessing that is no longer the case. My connection to the dungeon has been severed. So that can only mean one thing. I've been usurped. Sari just stares at me in disbelief. Such a thing can happen? Sometimes, yes. Let me guess, you were there to clear out the monsters. Well, yes. But I failed miserably. That's good, actually. Our goals are the same. Anyway, I do not like seeing you walk around in tatters. Let's get you cleaned up. I take her with me to the inn. As I step inside, everyone goes silent. Everyone immediately stands up and rushes to the entrance. One particular figure stands out among them. None other than Isabella, my innkeeper. My humble master, is that really you? Really? 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 Who else would it be, Isabella? Cheers erupt from the inn. Sorry to keep all of you waiting. We didn't know what happened to you. One day you were here, then you disappeared. This is so sudden. Where have you been? I was sealed away inside an abandoned room. I do not quite remember how that happened, but I think I will work it out. I see. The important thing is that you're okay. We are so glad to have our dungeon lord back. I am glad to see you all again. However, there is a problem at hand. Yes? Unfortunately, in your absence, someone else is taking your dungeon from you. I've heard things are really bad down there right now. Sari just stares at them. You were all monsters? Like I said, illusion spell. Since you're currently my subordinate, you can see through it. She appears to be in a state of shock. Oh yes, we served her earlier. What is she doing with you? She's the one who released me. So now I've decided that she's going to work for me from now on. It's not like you to take humans for servants. Well, I have a good feeling about this girl. She's looking kind of pale. And it looks like you two had a bit of a disagreement. Please see to her needs. No problem. I am more than happy to serve you, my humble master. She leads Sari away to the spare room. I'll have a hot bath ready for you right away. Oh man, I should be able to mend this armor too. Okay. That sounds fine. After a hot bath and a fresh change of clothes, Sari looks like she has recovered from her shock. Yeah, she does. You're strangely hospitable for monsters. That normally would have cost me hundreds of gold pieces. We look after our own around here. Now then, Sari. I know you aren't going to like this, but we have to work together from now on. You want to clear out the dungeon? I want to get my dungeon back. I do not think it's unreasonable to join forces, do you? She goes silent for a moment. While I find the idea of working for a monster completely absurd, I know that there's nothing I can do about the spell you've placed on me. No, you really can't do a darn thing about that, can you? And it is as you've said, we share a common goal, to defeat the monster reigning over this dungeon. So I see no point in being angry about things I cannot change. I accept this bargain. It makes me very glad to hear that, Sari. You look like you're quite experienced with dungeon delving, so I'm sure your expertise will be useful. It did me no good against you. I haven't had a real challenge in a long time, and it's gone to my head. Perhaps this experience is just what I needed. Sometimes you need to take a blow to your pride. It cannot hurt now. It cannot hurt now and then, can it? Humility is the only way we improve ourselves. She lets out a bitter laugh. I would have liked to have learned this lesson a different way. But as you said, there's no point in complaining about circumstances you cannot change. Anyway, if you need some time before we begin our adventure, I understand. Please feel free to make use of any of the services we have here. Thank you. I think the first thing I need is a drink. She wanders off to the bar then. While this entire situation isn't ideal, I can't help but be excited. Several hundred years is plenty of time for things to change. There could be entire new human kingdoms out there. New monsters I could meet, new food I could eat. It's as if I've stepped in another world. While I cannot say I was happy to be sealed, I want to make the most of this experience. So let's see what lies ahead. Oh, and we have a status screen of sorts. Go to the shop. As I enter the shop, someone smiles at me from behind the counter. Well, hi there. Now here's someone I have not seen in a long time. I did not believe it when they said you were back. Well, I'm here. So what wondrous goods does my shopkeeper have to share today? Well, we've fallen on hard times since the new dungeon lord took over. We currently do not have the capacity to make any particularly strong items at the moment. If you bring me mana shards, though, I can make you some basic items. Hope that is enough to make you happy. It is more than enough. You have kept things here nice and tidy even after hundreds of years. I am very proud of you, Charlotte. It's good to know that your kind words... It is good to hear your kind words again, my humble master. I've been saving this in case I needed it, but I think it would be better if you had it. She walks up to me and places something in the palm of my hand. You found a warp stone. A warp stone. Excellent. Thank you, Charlotte. You're all more than welcome. Bring back mana shards from the dungeon and I will gladly make you more. At the moment, the shop does not have a wide array of items. As you progress through the dungeon, more items will become available. Make sure to frequently check the shop and see what else is available between dungeon expeditions. Warp stone, return to the surface. Healing potion. Now let's... Oh, wait. Let's see. I don't guess we can buy any. You want to buy this? Yeah, I don't have any money, so... Let's see. Party status. See, all I have is Sari. Let's see here. Is that like her clat? That's XP00. Okay, I was like, what the heck is this? Let's see. Guard. Recovers action points. Triple slashes. Single slash. Valuables. I don't really have that much, so we'll go back. Let's walk around town. I have some free time at the moment. It would probably be good to check in my servants. You never know what may be happening in town, so it's always a good idea to stay up to date on the local gossip. Considering how much time I've spent asleep, I would be happy to hear some recent news. So I wonder what I should do first. As you progress through the dungeon, dialogue events will become available in town. Checking these events can lead to uncovering secrets or unlocking special events. So make sure that you check if there is any events available after you come back from the dungeon. Okay, yeah, maybe I should look around. Perhaps it'd be better to do this later. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see, talk to Isabella. I make small talk with Isabella, but we really don't have much to share at the moment. Perhaps I should talk to her later. Well, I guess the only thing we can do, I'm going to go ahead and save the game. And then explore the dungeon. As we step towards the gate, Siri seems apprehensive. Is something the matter? Well, apart from everything that just happened, there's always a sense of anticipation before you first enter a dungeon. Well, this is the second time I'm entering. Technically, it's the first. My sealed chamber has long since been cut off from the actual dungeon. I see. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's go take my dungeon back. Return to inn. Dungeon entrance level 1. As we step inside, I can smell the earth and dust in the air. A dim darkness illuminated by a few spare torches spreads out in front of us. It is all too familiar to me. It's good to be home. So before we get started, there's just a few things I would like to make clear, Yomi. Yes? If we're going to work together, can we please approach this my way? Although you are very powerful, I do not know how much dungeon delving you've done, so I feel that it would be best to use my experience here. As you wish. I am here to simply provide guidance. What path would you take is up to you. Strange word from someone who just enslaved me. This is just necessary. This is just a necessary part of our agreement. So what do you propose? She pulls out a bundle of papers and what appears to be a writing quill. Navigating a place like this is a difficult task. You need to map every little step you take. It's far too easy to get lost if you do not keep track. Very well. Anyway, I will take point. Let's get going, Yomi. Navigate the dungeon using the W, Q, E, A, S, D, and 2 keys. Okay, so we are using like all 3 of these. Okay. W makes you move forward, Q and E makes you turn left and right. S moves backwards, and D make you step from side to side. You can alternatively use the arrow keys for movement. Pressing the 2 key will make you automatically move forward until you meet an obstacle. Every step you take is recorded on your map in the bottom left hand of the corner. Remember, pay attention to your map. It will be essential in the journey ahead. You can save your game anytime you're not in battle. If you lose a battle, the game will be over, so make sure to save frequently. You can quick save the game by pressing F5. You load your latest quick save file by pressing F9. Okay, interesting. I can actually just kind of move like this. Oop, nope. Looks like I'm gonna have a battle here. As we continue to walk forward, I hear the sound of something moving in the darkness. Siri immediately reacts, readying her weapon to strike. Bit by bit, our enemy emerges into the light of Siri's blazing torch. Ooh, visitors. Oh, wow. Bunny. A rabbit monster? Aren't those notoriously weak? Nothing in this dungeon is as it seems. She has absorbed part of my power. Do not underestimate her. I'm very sorry, but the Dungeon Lord has made it clear that visitors aren't allowed. I'm also very sorry, but I can't leave. Let's get this out of the way. You're about to enter your very first battle. The bottom left-hand corner displays your active party members and their status. When it is the turn of one of your party members, they will appear on the right side of the screen. Their available skills will be directly below them. Each skill uses AP. This slowly recovers through the course of the battle. All monsters have the guard skill, which recovers AP and protects against attacks. Select the target of your attacks by clicking on it. The enemy status is displayed above their character sprites. The order in which party members and enemies take turns is displayed at the top right of the screen. Your party members have gold borders around their portraits, whereas enemies have red portraits. Now then, defeat the bunny girl to proceed. Good luck. Let's see, let's go with a good critical slash. Ow, she attacked me twice. Let's go with single slash. Almost. Ow. Let's guard. And triple slashes. Boom. Defeated. You found 10 mana shards. Okay, really? Yeah. As Siri deals the final blow, the bunny girl is practically blown away by the force of it. Her clothes are torn to tatters, leaving her completely exposed. Oh, wow, game. Wow. For a moment, she just sits there on the cave floor looking down at the clothes scraps on the floor. My clothes. No! Why did this have to happen? Extremely embarrassed, she tries to cover herself with her hand. You didn't have to be that mean, you know. I know I had to stop you, but you really shouldn't have used such excess force. You were trying to kill me. A loud sniffle comes from the bunny. Aww. An uneasy look settles on Sari's face. I'm sorry, but it was necessary. If you had just let me pass, this game's got some errors. If you would have just let me pass, or, well, no, that's not a grammar error, never mind. This wouldn't have happened. You had clearly won, you know, but then you destroy my clothes. The Dungeon Lord doesn't give us new clothes for months on end. She is so mean to us on the upper floors. Sari looks back at me. It's only the first floor, and I already feel like a villain. She lets out a heavy sigh. Is there anything we can do for her? Absolutely. I walk over to the sniveling bunny. She looks up at me with dewy eyes. Oh, come on. Everything's gonna be fine. I gently pat her on the head. She looks a little less upset then. Is it? Head back up the stairs and talk to my innkeeper. She will make new clothes for you. But if I leave, the overseer will get angry. And she's really scary when she's angry. Wait, she'll be angry anyway. I'm in so much trouble. You don't have to come back. If you leave, you can just leave forever. They aren't gonna be able to hunt you down again. Really? Her eyes are filled with hope now. She eagerly awaits my confirmation. Yes, just get out of here. But are you going to stop them? That is why we're here. I cannot tolerate injustices being done to poor little monsters. Thank you. Do your best down here. She immediately leaves, taking off faster than I was expecting. Well done, Sari. You have won your first battle. It is merely one step of a long journey. But she was far stronger than I was expecting. You said she absorbed part of your power? Yes, my power has been stolen from me and shared among the monsters of this dungeon. If we're going to survive, we will need to reclaim as much of it as possible. I will share my power with you as we go along, Sari. Well, although I'd prefer to use my own strength, I'll take whatever boons I can. Okay, well that was kind of funny. Let's... Oh, you can perform additional actions in Battle Tactics menu. Open the Tactics menu, press right click or the R key. There are options to skip, auto battle, and retreat. Your escape chance is calculated by your AP and how many turns you've spent in battle. Having more AP than your enemy increases your chance of escape. The longer battle goes, the higher your chance of escape is. There are hotkeys to access some of those actions. Press A during battle to enable auto battle. Press S during battle to speed up your current battle. Keep in mind that when you enable auto battle, the AI will be playing for you. It will not make the wisest tactical choices, but be sure not to use it on hard battles. Alright, triple slashes. And guard. And triple slashes again. Ow! 10 mana shards. Okay, nothing around here, so let's go this way. I'm getting the hang of the button key. Turn around. Oh, we have an event. Sari. Before we proceed further, I need to ask a favor of you. What is it, Yummy? I know that you do not appreciate your position right now, but I'm afraid that we need to capture more subordinates. So you want me to catch them for you? Exactly. While I do not agree with this idea as a matter of principle, we need as many allies as we can get. So what is it you need me to do? I will show you how to use the capture spell. Since I'm directly channeling my magic through you, it should be a simple task. Very well, show me how. Sari's learned the capture ability. All monsters you encounter at random while inside the dungeon can be captured. After capturing them, they will be sent to the prison in your hometown. You need to go meet your captured monsters if you want to add them to your party. To capture a monster, you must do enough damage with the capture ability to defeat her. Ideally, you should weaken them until they can be taken out with one hit. Not all monsters can be captured this way, but there may be other means of recruiting those monsters to your cause. Monsters who are a higher level than the caster of the capture spell cannot be captured. Okay. So we gotta keep that in mind. Can we break this barrel? A barrel? We should break it. Why is that the first thing across your mind? What are you, Link? You never know what you never know what might be hiding inside a barrel. Fine. She takes her blade to the barrel, smashing it to pieces. Something shimmers among the splinters. 5 mana shards. Not a bad start. Mana shards? Yes, small pellets of concentrated magic. They're highly useful, I can tell you. Very well. She grabs the shards and put them into her belt pouch. You will encounter objects which can be broken open for treasures as you proceed through the dungeon. To interact with objects, walk up and click on them. Mana shards are primary currency of this dungeon. They are used to make magical items and pay for repair fees. Okay, let's turn around. Oh, you've gained experience or XP during your last battle. XP is gained 3 ways: attacking an opponent, being attacked by an opponent, or when a character defeats an enemy. When an ally defeats an opponent, all party members, including members in the backline and in town, gain XP. When fighting against opponents with higher levels, you will gain additional XP. When fighting against weaker opponents, you will gain less. When a character gains 100 XP, they will level up. Okay, let's see here. Power is not very high for that. Actually, it kind of is, so let's see. Some slashes. See if I can catch myself a bunny girl. Alright, let's try single slash. I got a critical and beat the crap out of her. Whoops. I was trying to capture that one. Oh well. Wasn't the worst thing I've ever done. Oops. There's an event here. Let's see what's back this way first. Oh, or we could fight another one of these. Come on. Oh. Ow! Stop attacking me so much. I'm at the guard, so I can use capture. Gotcha! I captured a bunny girl. You found 10 mana shards. Good job, we have our first ally. That is one way to put it. But are you sure that a rabbit is going to be much of use to us? You underestimate that rabbit. They're a particular species I found in the Windstep Plateaus to the north. While they seem harmless enough, they have a natural affinity with the wind. They can tear you apart without having to touch you themselves. What an unusually vicious rabbit. I suppose it's a good thing that they are on our side now. Very much so. Remember not to look down on anything you find in this dungeon. It can come back to bite you. Yay! First party member. Alright. I could do that. Oop, I gotta turn around. Oh, it's a barrel. Smash it. We didn't get anything from that barrel. I feel cheated. Gotta keep... Oh crap, I just got attacked by another one. Okay, I only want one of you, so you're gonna die. So, sorry. I already have a bunny girl, I don't need another one. I like the ripped sound effect. I bet it's like their clothes are ripping. Strange. I do not feel any fatigue while I'm down here. Monsters naturally recover quickly from wounds and tiredness. I have passed some of those traits to you from our contract. Well, I cannot complain about that. There is no healing magic in this game. Instead, all party members regenerate health over time. Oh! For each turn in battle, or for every 2 steps, a party member will recover health based on how much resilience they have. If a monster's outfit is damaged, their recovery rate is reduced by half. Oh, so that's why it did the little rip effect in the game. I was like, what the heck? A monster's outfit is damaged when they take a critical hit and their current VP is lower than half of their maximum VP. The resilience rating of your current party members is fairly low, so be sure to frequently visit town to recover. Injured and knocked out party members will recover all their health when they visit town. Damaged outfits will also be automatically repaired. Nice to know. And that's the first floor of this dungeon. I knew you could do it. Well, I was on the beginning. I can only imagine what was waiting for us down there. I would not think too much about it. After all, it is best to take things one step at a time. One floor, one step, one battle. Yes, I am very much aware. I do not know how deep this dungeon reaches into the earth, so I'm prepared for the worst. No, not yet. Okay, just edited out a random battle with a bunny girl again. And on that note, let's see here. I'm going to use the warp stone to return to the surface. I'm gonna go meet my captured monster. Yes. As I approach the holding cell, I hear a small squeak escape from it. The rabbit I had fought stares back at me in fear. Don't eat me! I was just following orders. People aren't allowed to visit. Calm down, rabbit. I have no intention of eating you. They're a very highly strung species. The poor thing has probably been frightened half to death. But foxes are dangerous. Really, I won't. If I was gonna eat you, I would have done so already. Eep! Anyway, I came here to ask you something. Yes? Would you like to work for me? Work for you? Yes, as my servant. Well, the current dungeon lord is pretty mean, and the bigger monsters keep looking at me with their big predatory eyes. She shivers in fear. Okay, I'll join you, as long as you don't eat me. I promise that I won't. My cute little subordinates only get the best treatments. The bunny girls join your party. To add her to your dungeon party, click on the Organize Party button at the main menu. Okay, so I got a bunny girl. Let's see here. No, I want her actually in the party, so let's go to the shop and get some stuff. Welcome back, my humble master. Alright. Oh, I can't get another warp stone. Oh, that sucks. Did we get anything we can sell? Nope. Organized party. Okay. Let's go back to the dungeon then. Oh, we have no warp stones. We cannot afford any more. Oh well, we'll just have to make do. Okay, so I'm here at the next floor, so let's gonna go ahead and go. This dungeon isn't the worst I've ever encountered. If we keep this pace, we'll be through it in no time. You really should not say things like that. If you keep doing it, you'll become overconfident. When that happens, you'll underestimate the obstacles ahead. That is true enough. But even if I'm facing overwhelming odds, I have to stand firm. If I gave up so easily whenever I face some trouble, what good would I be as an adventurer? So is that why you chose to keep fighting me instead of running away? Exactly. But there's nothing wrong with running away, you know? If you live to fight another day, then there's nothing wrong with it. It's more or less true. Bunnies survive as long as they do because they're hard to catch. I suppose that is true. However, that is not who I am. She looks back at me. We both knew that there was no way I could win. It was obvious that you had the upper hand. But even so, I could not run away from you. That is nonsense, Sari. If there was a less benevolent monster trapped in that seal, you would have surely perished. No heroic sacrifices or anything like that when we're working together, okay? I want both of us to make it out of this dungeon alive. Very well. I will try not to. Thank you. As you go further down, the strength of your enemies will increase. Do not hesitate to retreat if you're having trouble. If you're defeated, it's game over. Which reminds me, I might want to save my game. Okay, let's continue onward here. Looking up. Sari suddenly pauses. Strange, that sounds like something I've heard while hunting in the woods. It's a sound that only she suddenly seems to realize something. Hug the wall! She slams herself against the wall, narrowly dodging as something charges down the hallway. I step to the side and let it pass me. Ah, yes, I remember them. What is it, fox? Our assailant returns, scraping the ground with their foot. Oh, wow. Boars? Really? Intruders. I'll make sure you don't leave here alive. She angrily puffs up her cheeks, obviously not very pleased to see us. A wild boar. Very tough and courageous. Spare me the commentary, Fox. She's getting ready to charge again. A boar. Alright, let's hit it with Gust. Get some decent damage. It's level 2, so I'm probably going to try this. Ow. Let's do something that doesn't hit as hard, so probably... Actually, let's have you guard. Let's see if... I'm going to have you guard too. I need capture. Alright. You guard. Alright, well, let's try Claw Slash. Ooh, close. And capture. Gotcha. You found 12 mana shards. The boar girl collapses. Despite being obviously beaten, the boar girl still stares at us defiantly. Not bad, but you're only gonna have to do better than that. It's time for the next round. Please just accept your defeat. You're obviously injured and you're only going to make it worse if you keep going. I know boars are stubborn, but they aren't stupid. The boar girl just makes her cheeks puff up. Huh, as if I would give up. All I need to do is take a nap and I'll be right back into the fight. She tries to get back up, but stumbles. I may not be ready right now, but just wait and see. I'll never surrender to the likes of you. Are all boars this thick-headed? Well, yes, they do have a remarkably resilient skull. How else do you think they'll recover when their charge misses their target? That was not really what I was asking about. The boar stares at Sari. What about you? You need to swing that fancy sword around to win a fight. I can do it with my bare hands. Boars are also a species who are competitive to a fault. There's always a contest when a boar is present. You can't right now, actually. Prove I can't. Sari just shakes her head. Is this exchange really necessary? You are never going to win an argument with a boar, Sari. Why else do you think they were brought to this dungeon? Monsters in this dungeon are frustrating to deal with. Hey, don't ignore me. And who are you calling frustrating? Try being a minion in this dungeon and tell me you're frustrated then. Yes, I can imagine being underground all the time isn't very pleasant. Dang right it isn't. Sari, please use your capture magic and put an end to this ridiculous argument. We have no further reason to keep speaking to her. Do we really want such a disagreeable boar in our ranks, though? I'll show you disagreeable in a minute. Just let me get my breath back. Fine, I'll use it. You can deal with her later. Sari casts a spell and the boar disappears. Very nice work. A boar is going to be a great ally. You can always rely on them. It beats having them charge at you. So where exactly did these boars come from? An untamed forest in one land or another. I brought them because they're hard workers and are barely afraid of anything, especially not of adventurers. We should head back and see if we can convince her to help us. I would not mind having a break soon. That's probably when you were scripted to go back to town, so let's go ahead and go. Grumpy, stubborn, and lacking in patience, has a tendency to puff up her cheeks when angry. Yes. I can hear a loud thump echoing over and over again inside the prison. Sure enough, that boar girl is slamming her fist into the wall. She looks really grumpy, to say the least. When she sees me, she practically rams the bars of her prison. Let me out of here, you nasty little ferret. Just because you beat me once doesn't mean I've given up. This is why I like boars. You just never give up, do you? Stop that! She slams the palm of her hands against the bars, denting them slightly. You can see her cheeks puffing up angrily, as is typical behavior for boars. What are these bars made of? Please stop that already. I'm not here to start a fight with you. And what are you here for? If it's to laugh at me, you better be ready for when I get out of this cell. Not at all. I'm here to propose an idea. An idea? She seems a bit less angry than before. What is this idea of yours? You look really angry, even more so than most boars. Are you happy with being a minion in this dungeon? Eh? Well, I guess not. We don't get any time to leave the dungeon, so I get pretty angry knowing I can't do anything about it. It will not work for me. I will give you plenty of time off to frolic in the meadows. Plus, when we reclaim this dungeon, I promise I will be a much better dungeon lord than your current one. The boar seems to be thinking it over. Well, I'm still mad at you for all this, but I really want to spend some time above ground. Alright, Ferret, I'll play along with this idea of yours. Just point me in whatever direction I need to charge. With pleasure. I look forward to working with you. The boar girl joined the party. Alright, I have enough for a warp stone. Good. So I'm gonna buy that and then return to the dungeon. Alright, we're back here, and I'm gonna go up and see what we can find. There's an event. I can feel a monstrous presence ahead. How can you tell? We used to place markers in the dungeon, which were key areas to defend. Usually at crossroads and places like that. It seems that the markers are still being used now. So if we walk near one of these markers, we're sure to encounter resistance. Precisely. You encounter battle markers as you proceed through the dungeon. Enemies that you find on battle markers can be boss monsters or random enemies that are a bit stronger than usual. They are random enemies, battle markers reappear after you leave the dungeon. Let's see what's over here first, honestly. I don't want to die yet. Oh, wow, there's something right here. In the darkness ahead, I see a giant glint of silver flickering in the dim light. Unfortunately, I'm not the one who sees it. I definitely know what this is. With reckless abandon, Sari hurries ahead of the rest of us. Slow down. It's fine. I don't see any signs of a trap. Eventually, we arrive at the source of the glen. A treasure chest. With a little regard, she immediately opens the chest. You should be more careful. There's a chance that it might have been trapped. I don't know why humans like chests so much. Oh, game, I see what you did there. You just put down a chest somewhere and a human is bound to find it eventually. A small vial of liquid is pulled from the chest. Oh, a healing potion. I was hoping for something that was a bit more expensive. It's still useful anyway, isn't it? Yes, I hope this one has a different flavor, however. Different flavor, you say? All the standard issue healing potions at the guild all taste like burnt kidney beans. That's pretty nasty. You really do get sick of it after a while. She drops the potion into one of her pouches. You found a healing potion. Treasure chests such as these contain valuable items. Always be on the lookout for chests. It can contain an item which can turn the tide of battle. Okay, I guess I will go ahead and take on this battle. Oh, it's just a bunny monster. Really? Alright, we're gonna call slash that. Yeah, that was nothing. That was just another bunny monster. Like, it was not hard at all. Let's see here. Another bunny girl random battle there. And another one. Things are everywhere, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man, these bunny girls are everywhere. Let's keep going up here. A dead end. Of course, I say that and then a boar monster shows up, so... Seems the bunny girls are a little bit easy to deal with. We have a barrel. A black glistening shard of rock tumbles from it. So what is that? You aren't moving to pick it up? Looking at it makes me feel uneasy. I pick up the shard and allow it to rest in the palm of my hand. This is a warp stone, or a piece of it at least. The reason why you feel uneasy is because it's not of this world. I suspected as much. So what does it do? We can use it to go back to the surface. Of course, I should be the one handling it. There's no telling what it might do in your hands. Understood. You hold on to into it. I'm with the knight on this one. Just give me something to charge at. I think you should hold on to it too. When I hold on to things, I get really worried that something might go wrong. Very well, I'll do just that. You found a warp stone. Warp stones, when consumed, transport you back to the surface. Yeah, I've already seen this. Alright, let's turn this. Oops. Turn this around. I don't really want to go there yet because I'm pretty sure. Can I view a full map here? Okay, there's something down this way I have not seen, so I'm gonna go down here. Yeah, here it is. What if it was even worth coming down this way? Oh, there's a chest. Spark of magic fly from the chest. Please step aside. What is it? I can explain afterward. Very well then. As she steps aside, I reach into the chest. Exactly what I expected. Paper scroll? What is it? It's an imprint scroll. When someone reads it, the knowledge it contains is immediately imprinted onto their minds. In this case, the scroll teaches a fire spell. Oh, so if I had read it, then it would have been wasted. Probably not wasted. Anyone can use magic, really. It's just for the better that we save our resources and decide how to use them, rather than just throw them carelessly around. Yeah, imagine if you gave it to me. I'd rather just smack something until it falls over. You can leave that magical nonsense to the witches. I never did like fire, but I'd use it if you really wanted me to. I promise I'll do my best. Fire Twist Scroll. Ability scrolls can be found throughout the dungeon. When consumed, it gives one of your party members a new ability permanently. Keep that in mind that a party member can only have up to 6 abilities at a time. Oh. Well, I'm not going to waste your time. I will cut to when I get back to where I was. And here we are. As we approach the door, I can feel something. Sari immediately notices my reaction. What's the matter, Yomi? I feel a strong presence waiting for us beyond that door. A strong presence? Yes, there's a strong monster on the other side. While I do not doubt your skill, it may be wise to collect more of my power before we go in. Whatever you feel comfortable with, Fox. You understand how things work in this dungeon. I don't. Also on the other side is an overseer. She looks after the first and second floors. She's scary, really scary. Oh, so we definitely shouldn't take her lightly. My boar just puffs up her cheeks as she looks at the doors. I know the monster on the other side all too well. I'd like nothing more than knock her out. In time, my friend, in time. I take another look at the door. One of the most painful lessons I've learned in life is that you shouldn't underestimate your opponents. So I wonder what I should do from here. Well, I'm gonna save. And everyone's at full health, so I'm just gonna go ahead. As we step inside the door, we enter a chamber of some sort. I can see the stairs just ahead. Why is the room empty? Didn't you say you felt a strong presence in here? Or something like that? Yes, I did. I still feel it, in fact. Look around the room only to find it barren. Whatever is in here still is, we just can't see it. Maybe we could rush for the stairs before it notices us? It's then that I feel something drip onto my shoulder. Reaching around, I touch it. Whatever it is, it's sticky. I think we should move. What? What are you? I grab Sari and jump back. Just as I do, a cascade of slime drops from the ceiling. As I thought, it's a slime. I hate slimes. So, my trap didn't work. Holy crap, it's a... Really? Intruders, actual intruders. I will defeat you, the Dungeon Lord will be pleased. I will be rewarded with more power. She looks over to the bunny girl. Traitor. I will punish you too. No, I don't want to be punished. She looks over to me, panicking. Don't worry, you'll be fine. That's enough to calm her down. My boar is already getting ready to charge. I always hated your arrogant attitude, acting like you're better than the rest of us. Well, let's just say that I'm going to beat it out of you. Strong words for a lowly boar. Sari just looks her up and down. Let me guess, physical attacks won't be the best way to approach this? Exactly. Elemental attacks or non-physical attacks will deal far more damage. The slime girl begins to quiver menacingly. Come, fools, I will bring your end. Okay, this is going to be a little hard, so we're going to go with triple slashes. Not much damage, but the only magic I got is... 12. Hit it hard. Okay, she's only got 12 left. Ow! Okay, we're gonna be careful. I'm gonna see if I can capture it. Guard and guard. Oh, she got paralyzed. Crap. Okay, you do claw slash. Ooh. Gotta be careful. And capture. Gotcha. Oh, it failed. Darn it. 14 mana shards. Unbelievable. Sari is panting heavily. Weren't slimes supposed to be weak? None of the ones I have fought were ever this strong. It is because they're borrowing my power. We can only presume that every single monster in here is going to put up a hard fight. That does not sound reassuring. Are you alright? We can take a break if you need it. A break would be good. She sits down and leans against the wall. Enemies like this, I do not know how long I will last. I sit down with her. You will be fine. I am here to support you after all. When I reclaim my power, I share it with you. So you were telling me that I might become as strong as you are eventually. Yes, our power is one and the same at the moment. As we talk, the slime weakly sits up. I have lost. But you will not make it out. The Dungeon Lord will defeat all of you. Sari walks over to her. You have lost, but it was a good fight. So do not be ashamed of yourself. The slime just stares blankly at her. I do not understand. I can't believe that she's actually defeated. The bunny just keeps staring at her on the floor. Ha! I told you I was going to knock that arrogance out of you. I had some help, though. I admit that. She puffs her cheeks up. Anyway, Fox, we are wasting time here. Whether we head back or go further in, I will do either. Very well. I must be careful. My subordinates are exhausted at the moment, so it'd be wise to go back and rest. But perhaps they can last a little bit longer. I will have to decide soon. And I'm actually going to leave it there. This is a very interesting game. I'm probably going to play this a little bit more in my free time, and not just because it has busty anime girls. This is a very interesting system and kind of an interesting story we've got here. It's a little more than I expected. So let me know what you think, guys, and if you want to see more of this sometime in the future, let me know. Until next time, Rudrake out. Join me next Sunday for another Rudrake tries of a game I've never played before.